unlike when my grandmother was growing up, a woman has to do so many things, and I think it's tragic actually, the role that women have had to play, because I do believe that men play a huge role in families and in families' lives. But as a woman who is a legislator, who happens to also be an entrepreneur and educated and a single parent, the role of Wonder Woman, or She-Ra, is often the role that women have to play. Perfect example, when I ran for county executive, they asked if I was qualified for the job. But I had a doctorate degree as a doctor of the law, a Juris Doctorate, and my opponent had a high school diploma. I run a company that had more than almost $250,000 of dollars flowing through the company at one point or another. And my opponent had never run a business, had never run a company, yet alone multiple companies, had never worked a job except for one small stint that he had on a job. I've been working, arguably, if you count when I worked in my grandmother's grocery store, since I was a little bitty girl. So I say that to say that I don't know that women always get treated equally. And candidly, even as a legislator, only the 5th African American and the 2nd African American woman, only the 20th girl in the history of the state to be a state senator, that often we don't even get invited to the table. And so I've become accustomed to using my high heel to knock down a couple doors to get into the room. When the men tried to lock me out and tried to say, lock me out of a conversation on education, I said, I get a voice too. And went in the men's bathroom, because I will not be denied the voice that I have. Women. Oh my goodness, women do not get equal pay. We have not. I think it's a shame that at the federal level, they could not even pass something to protect women for equal pay. I think it's horrible that women in Wisconsin had an opportunity for us to do that, and we could not get Republicans to be able to support that concept. And I think it's horrible that black women only make 60-something cents on a dollar. So even though, and Hispanic women, it's even worse. So women don't get equal pay, but women of color are put in even more of a horrific place. Candidly, I think we work hard. I will tell you that often it's women who have rolled up their sleeves and been able to work across the aisle, or doing the hard work in order to be able to get things done. And I'm not suggesting that I have colleagues who are men who do not do the work. I'm just saying that often the one who's digging in, the one that's doing that research and doing a little bit more, who's making the extra effort to work across the aisle, is often women. I remember when I was running and people would say, well, what are you going to do with your kid? Well, who's going to help you with your kid? Or how are you going to do that? I don't know if there's one man who's ever been asked that question. And I don't know if there's one man who goes and does his job and then also is the one who goes home and has to be the full-time parent and has to do the laundry and all of those things. It's my understanding that black women are the ones who are going to school more, and in the numbers that are growing in higher education, that it is women of color and African American women who are leading in some of those numbers. And so that's exciting, and it makes me proud. And they always say it takes a village to raise a child, and they always say if you educate a woman, you educate a village. That black women need to get a better shot at being elected and a better shot at being the individual who is the CEO. And I would argue that we should continue to be strong, continue to have that voice. And even if it isn't in individuals' thought to normally think of us, I think it's our job to be unbought and unbossed and push our way in the doors. They say that well-behaved women seldom make history. Well, I would argue that black women are those women